What's going on, everyone? So Istanbul Basaksehir 2, Manchester United 1. As I said, anything can happen in football. But again, the defence tonight was just poor. Now, my player ratings, before I go into them, I don't have BT Sport, so I have to watch it on streams when it's on BT. And for the first half, I couldn't find a stream that was working properly. It just kept freezing and crashing, so I didn't get to see most of the first half. I saw little bits here and there. So my ratings are probably going to be a lot different to what a lot of you would have put. So I'm just putting that out there because my man of the match is someone that is probably not going to be most people's man of the match from what I saw, because I missed a lot of bits. So just wanted to put that out there. But I mean, I said anything can happen in football, but they were rock bottom of the group. We were top. And roles reversed in terms of performance. So this just goes to show, like, statistics and that mean nothing. It's what happens on the night, who turns up, and most of the team didn't turn up, especially the defence. I don't think Henderson was at fault for either the goals, but Mata gets caught out. Didn't have the pace to get back. I've been backing for him to get into the team, and he was poor tonight. He got caught. Matic got caught for the first goal with Bar. Like, he was the last man back, and he's nowhere near him, and he ain't got the recovery pace to get to him. So Matic is another one that I've been backing. Poor as well. Maguire come over for the Visca goal to try and help out, come across the field, left Visca in open wide space. You could maybe blame Shaw for that a bit as well, but Maguire, that's his position at that point in the game, and he's come over to try and get the ball off, I think it might have been Bar, and then it's gone across and no one's there. Maybe Luke Shaw could have been there, but it was more in a left centre-back role than a left-back position where he picks the ball up. So Maguire again. I didn't get to see a lot of Tuanzebe, so my rating is probably going to be a lot different to that for what I've seen of him, because I did see a clip of him pulling someone back and I thought he's got caught as well. So, I mean, people are saying this is it for Ollie now, he's out and this is the end of the road. It's not going to be. They're going to keep hold of him. I'm not Ollie out, but I don't see how many more of these sort of results he can get and that they keep him. Like, it's as simple as that. So I don't know what to think about it, because in previous games he's proved that he does know what he's doing, like with a PSG game and the Leipzig game. Like, so, but and then you put performances like this. Like, this team is a yo-yo team. Like, it really is. I was thinking about it yesterday. We are literally a yo-yo team. We're just a bit higher than relegation every year. I mean, I don't know what to say, because we should have beat these guys tonight and they were the better team again, like Arsenal were the better team the other night. We were better in the second half, but still not good enough. I thought even Bruno wasn't great tonight, but I'm going to get into the player ratings. Remember, as I said, the first half, the stream they kept crashing, so I didn't really get to see a lot of the first half at all. Had to look up the goals, just clips on YouTube and shit, just to see them. Try and break down and give the players a rating, because I didn't see it as it was happening. So Henderson, I give an average, so I give him a 5 out of 10. I felt he was pretty quiet other than the goals they scored, and I don't think he was at fault for the goals. But because he didn't have a lot to do, I have to give him an average, so I'll give him a 5. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he got in crossing positions again, but again, the delivery is just non-existent from him. And it's so frustrating. He was getting caught out of position multiple times tonight as well. So I give him just below average. I give him a 4. Could have been maybe lower for him, because his crossing needs major work. Defensively, he's getting caught, and on the attacking front, he doesn't offer anything. So 4 out of 10 for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Tuanzebe, I'm going to give a 3. Now, people will be like, what? But remember, I didn't see a lot of him. The bit I did see, I think he got a yellow card, and he was pulling a player back, getting caught out of position. So, or getting done by the pace. And he's meant to be our fastest centre-back that was starting. So, from what I saw of him, I could only go on what I saw, so I have to give him a 3. Maguire, 3. As I said, like, if you're going to be the leader of the team and the captain, you've got to put in better performances than this. And he consistently puts in average performances. And if not average, below average. So, terrible tonight. Again, he was at fault for the second goal along with others. It weren't just him, but him coming over was the last part of it. And if he doesn't come over, there's a chance that he maybe gets a block in on that guy and he doesn't score. So he's a major part of that second goal. So 3 out of 10 for Maguire. Sure, I gave a 5 an average. I maybe could have gone slightly lower because I think he probably was at fault as well for the second goal. But I do think that most of the play was coming through him in the game. Like, he was kind of doing jobs at times that Bruno should have been doing, just in a different position in terms of trying to be a playmaker and make things happen. I thought his delivery was pretty good again. He was trying to make things happen, so I'll give him an average. But defensively not great tonight. But going forward, I thought he upped it a little bit, so it equals out at an average. Matic, disappointed with him tonight. They moved him to centre-back later on, but he was at fault for the first goal with Bar, like, just outdone by the pace. But why are you so far away from him from the get-go? If you're the last man back and you're the one on him, you meant to be on him, and he's nowhere near him, and then he ain't got the recovery pace to get near him. So 4 out of 10 for Matic. He was pretty steady in his passing and that, but once you make that mistake, you got a lot of work to do to get a good rating. So poor from Matic tonight. 4 out of 10. Mata, 4 out of 10. He got caught on the second goal, and the pace again. Like, he got done by the pace. So, like, he tried to, I think, take the ball out of the sky from over his shoulder kind of thing. So it's not an easy technique, but he got out-muscled to begin with, and then the pace, the player just got away from him. So that's a danger with Matt, though, because his legs aren't there as much as they used to be. I wouldn't drop him because I still think he's better on the ball than Greenwood is at times. He hasn't got the goal-scoring ability of Greenwood, but I don't think it's worth dropping him. He wasn't great tonight, but I still think he can do a job in games on the ball and be that playmaker at times. So it's how you play him because of his pace. So, but he was at fault tonight for one or part of it. So 4 out of 10 for Mata. Donny van der Beek, this was most players' player of the game. But as I said, I didn't see most of the first half. So unfortunately for him, I'm probably not going to give him as high a rating as other people will because, as I said, most of the time he played, I missed. So I'll give him a 7, though, which is above average. But I think a lot of people give him an 8 or a 9. So I'll give him a 7. He then got subbed later on in the game, and a lot of people weren't happy with it. And again, like, he must be thinking, I finally start a game, but I can't even get a full 90 minutes. Like, what's going on? So 7 out of 10 for Donny. Bruno, I didn't think he had a great game tonight. He was giving away a lot of balls, but I also saw him putting some good balls in and about and trying to make things happen. Had a good free kick that was saved. But a frustrating evening for him, I think. Not the greatest, but above average. I give him a 7 also. Martial didn't have a lot of service. He was feeding on scraps. But his goal, like the technique and the difficulty of his goal, he's like falling on his arse and he still manages to direct it into the goal. So I think that the way he took his goal was brilliant. I give him a 7 overall. I thought he worked tirelessly. I thought, as I said, one of our better players. He worked tirelessly up front with lack of service. Frustrating evening again for him. And he was trying to make things happen, come deep and stuff just to get involved. But I thought he was brilliant in terms of that. So 7 out of 10. Rashford, I give him an average. We had a free kick. He's trying to do the Ronaldo knuckleball technique. It's not coming off. I think he hit a wall. Frustrating, like, trying to overplay it too much and beat players at times when you just need him to play a square ball, a simple little few yards, and he's doing too much. So frustrating. He's got the ability, but most of the time he don't pull it out because he makes it too difficult for himself. Like I said, just play the simple ball sometimes and puts himself at risk because of that. So 5 out of 10. And then the subs, I thought McTominay was good tonight. He come on, I thought he was tidy with his passes. He was strong. I thought this is the best I've seen him in a while, like just in terms of ball retention, and I thought he was good. I'll give him a 7. Pogba, just effort again. He was jogging about. There was a bit where it was a 50-50 ball. He could have sprinted and won it, and he jogged. Didn't get anywhere near it because of that. And he don't, like, the lackadaisicalness of him. Turns around, jogs off. Like, I don't understand it. But this is why I didn't even put him in. This is why I didn't have him in my lineup for my what I would have picked, because he comes on and he's ineffective. Like, I hardly heard him. Like, terrible again. 3 out of 10 for Pogba for me. Like, it's just not good enough. Cavani, 4 out of 10. I want him to do well. People were saying he was looking sharp tonight, but you can look sharp and still not play great. Do you know what I mean? You can look sharp but still not really be involved. So I give him a 4. Not the best from him, but I think he needs to be starting games to get more out of him. Greenwood, come on, didn't have a great deal of ball. Average performance for me, but more because of lack of service again. Didn't get the ball too much. Average performance for me, 5 out of 10. My man of the match, Mensah. Fosu Mensah, I thought he'd come on. He was brilliant. There was a bit near the end of the game where I don't know which player it was, but he was basically him against his player, last man, and he muscled him off it, shoulder to shoulder, and laid the ball off to another player, and just calm. And I just thought he won his tackles. He was strong. He was positive. Didn't make a mistake that I saw. So he was my man of the match, and he comes on about 10 minutes near the end, I think. So that says it all for tonight's performance from the boys. Ollie, I haven't forgot about you. Tactically again tonight, I think we played like a 4-2-3-1 in the end. It wasn't even really the diamond that was meant to be. So, but again, like subs, I didn't think Donny looked bad, to be honest. I didn't see him most of the first half. He was most people's man of the match, but from what I did see, he was still good to me. So I don't get why he took him off when he did. I thought Mensah coming on was a good thing because I thought he did well, and McTominay as well. But the other subs didn't really do anything for me. And obviously the result, you can't give them too high a rating because we've lost to the bottom of the group when you're top, and they should be at least a draw minimum. So not good enough from Ollie tonight. I hope we get something from our next league game, but it's not looking great. So I'm not Ollie out, but I just, like I said at the beginning of this, I can't see how much more he can do with results like this and the club keep him, whether I want him in or out. And yeah, it's worrying times. I'm trying to stay positive about it, but tonight wasn't good enough again. So 2-1, respect to Istanbul, they did their thing. But we've got a lot of work to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, your ratings, who was your man of the match, and yeah, I'll be back at the weekend.